Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I'm your IYS English teacher for class 10. I hope all of you are doing well. Dear students, as you all know that in the first week of online teaching, we have completed our April syllabus and hopefully we will complete our July syllabus in this week. Please get yourself prepared with your April syllabus, whatever has been taught in you in the first week. So dear students, I'll give you some instructions again for follow them so it will be convenient for us to continue with the class. First of all, open your textbooks, hold a pencil and keep a notebook with you. If you have any questions, note down in your copy, and then at the end of the explanation, we will do some sharing of your queries. Okay. So, dear students, I'm going to explain today chapter number 5 of your English textbook, book 2, which is on page number 15. And the name of the chapter is A Visit. And dear students, before starting the explanation, I would just give you a brief introduction about the literature of the chapter, means about the genre of the chapter. Dear students, as we go through the chapter, you will find that the author is mentioning the characters in his own way, like Mr. Ahmed told, Mr. Hassan asked, Mr. Hassan explained, Bilal asked, right? So this way of writing any literature is called a third person narrative. I'll explain this to you in detail later on. So but today let's start our chapter, A Visit. Page number 15 of your English book. First of all, I will share the outline of the chapter. That means how many characters are there in the chapter. So it will be easy for you to learn it. We have four characters mentioned in this chapter. One is Mr. Ahmed, who is the class teacher. Second is Mr. Hassan, who is the manager of the model agricultural farm. And there are two students. One is Bilal and the other is Sarosh. Okay, the chapter starts with the author says that Mr. Ahmed's class was very much excited to get permission from the headmaster of the school, and Mr. Ahmed, who was the class teacher, had arranged a visit to a farm with Mr. Hassan, who was the manager of the model agricultural farm. First time you have been listening this model agricultural farm, yes, you are right, because we have up to date we have just seen ordinary farms in which a farmer works. The farmer has two animals, bulls or oxes with him, and he works manually. But here the students, they were going to visit a model agricultural farm, which was going to be a very new experience for them, and for that same reason the students were very much excited. So the day arrived when they had to visit the model agricultural farm. It was a pleasant day of April. Let me tell you here that in the month of April, it was a harvesting season. You will come to read it
Mm,
later. It was a pleasant day of April. Mr. Ahmed and his
mm,
students
mm,
reached the model farm as it was decided earlier. And
mm,
upon reaching the model agricultural farm, they all were received by Mr. Hassan. Who is Mr. Hassan? Mr. Hassan is the manager of the model agricultural farm. And before arriving to the model agricultural farm, dear students, the students were not aware. That means they had no idea that the agricultural farm could be so large and interesting. Okay, and they were very much excited there. When they reached there, they were very much excited because the model agricultural farm was so large and there were many huge machines working over there. So the students were very excited because they had the slightest idea that it was going to be such an interesting experience. As they reached there, they saw huge machines which were harvesting the wheat crop. Okay, wheat crop was being harvested there because it was the harvesting season, and harvesting means cutting of the crop. Harvesting means whatever crop we get ready, we harvest it and then it is ready to go to the market. In Pakistan, the harvesting season of wheat is it starts in March till the month of May. And as it is written that the students went there in the month of April. It was a pleasant day of April. The students, as I told you, that the students were very much surprised and excited to see the huge machines, and the machines were combined, which was working over there, and they also saw a thresher over there. Now let me tell you what is a combine and what is a thresher. First of all, I'll explain you the work of combine, which is working over there. Combine works. It cuts the crops and it ties it into sheaves. Sheaves means bundles. The work of combine is to cut the crop and tie it into sheaves. With one attempt, the combine collects a huge amount of crop and ties it into huge bundles. So how does a combine work? With one attempt means in first sweep, in one attempt it cuts a huge lot of crops, and from the other end it ties it into huge bundles. Whatever crop is cut in one attempt is tied it into bundles. This is the work of combine. Now Mr. Hassan said that they used another machine. Then after the combine, the wheat then goes into a thresher. Now what is the work of a thresher? Thresher is a machine which separates the grain or the crop from the chaff. 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 Chaff means every grain has a covering on it. Before going to the market, after cutting the crop, before going to the market for sale, this covering has to be removed. Why? Because it is a useless part of the grain. It cannot be consumed. We cannot eat the grain with the chaff. So this is very important to remove the chaff from the grain. So the thresher separates the grain from its chaff, which is the outer covering of any grain which is useless and which must be discarded before cooking or eating it. And this the work done by the thresher is that the sheaves are put into the thresher, and the thresher applies some pressure so that the outer covering of the grain is removed, and then the cleaned up grain falls from one end and the chaff flies away in the air from the other end. Means from one side of the machine of the thresher, the bundles are placed inside the machine. Then in between the machine, the grain goes through some pressure, and the chaff, it comes out of the other end of the machine and it flies away in the air. And all this work was watched by the students with great interest, because the students were seeing all this for the very first time, and it was all very much exciting for them. The students were watching it with great interest. Then Mr. Hassan started explaining the whole process of farming. How is the plowing done? How is the seeding, harvesting, and the threshing of the corn done with the machines on the model agricultural farm? That means everything on the model agricultural farm, from plowing till the harvesting and then the threshing of the corn, is done by machines on the model agricultural farm. And on the ordinary farm, everything is done manually. Manpower is used on ordinary farm, and on the model agricultural farm, they use modern machineries. And Mr. Hassan also informed the students that if one man works with this machine on a model agricultural farm, his work is equal to 100 men doing the same work without these machines. That means on an ordinary farm, if 100 men work, they will do the same work like as one man on the model agricultural farm. Why? Because the work done by the machine is much faster and much output is greater than the ordinary farm. Okay, on hearing this, Bilal, one of the students, naturally a question strike his mind. He asked that, "Sir, do you get bigger crops in this way?" So Mr. Hassan replied, "Oh, much bigger. While an average farm produces 15 to 20 quintals of wheat for every hectare, we produce as much as 60 to 70 quintals on a model agricultural farm." That means Mr. Hassan replied that yes, they do get bigger crops on working on with machines. There is a difference between the average product of a model agriculture farm and an ordinary farm. That is, an average ordinary farm produces 15 to 20 quintals of wheat for every hectare, whereas the model agricultural farm produces 60 to 70 quintals per hectare. Now let me explain you what is a hectare. A hectare is a measuring unit of any area, of any land, of any ground. So 1 hectare becomes 4,840 square yards. And now you might be wondering what is a quintal. Quintal is also a measuring unit to measure weight, and 1 quintal is equal to 100 kilograms. Okay, dear students. Now let's move again forward. Bilal then asked that do machines make grain, as he heard that everything is done on the model agricultural farm by using machines. So he was wondering that he thought that maybe the grains also are made by the machines. So he asked a simple question whether the machines make the grain. On this, Mr. Hassan laughingly replied that surely machines do make grains, but the process of plowing through a tractor makes it all very easy. He told them that certainly machines are not making the grain. The grains are grown in the natural way, but the way of working is done with machines, so it is very much easy and it is very much fast, and the output is very much greater than, very much more than the ordinary farm. Now, dear students, let me explain you the meaning of plowing. Ploughing. Plowing means to make the land able to grow crops by planting seeds in it. First, the land is plowed, that is, it is made uneven, the soil is made loose, like lines are made in the ground, in the land, in the field, so that seeds can be sown in that land. And for plowing the model agricultural farm, we use tractors to plow the land deeper, and then again another machine, the sowing machine, is used to sow seeds, and the sowing machine sows the seeds very fast, in a very fast way, and it sows the seeds in such a way that not a single seed gets wasted. That means the work done with the machine is very much accurate. There is no space of any mistake done. Plowing is done through tractors. That means in a short time, tractors can plow a great amount of land, and then the sowing machines, they sow the seeds faster and in the best way. That means they do not waste any seeds. And he also told the students that they also use seeds of best quality, and they also use chemical fertilizers to make the soil rich. Here it is written on page number 15, last paragraph. Mr. Hassan told that the sowing machine sows the seed very fast and no seed goes wasted. And he also told the students we also select the best seed, and then we use chemical fertilizers to enrich the soil. Enrich means to make the soil rich, to give it a better quality to grow good crops. Then he also told the students that we get a lot of canal water, but we also irrigate our fields with our own tube well, which can supply water all the year round. He explained to students that they do have their own canal system. Canal system has storage water, water which is stored from the rain, but they also use their own tube wells to irrigate their fields. Now, the meaning of irrigate is to give water, to supply water so that the seeds grow into crops. And he also explained to students that by using tube wells, they get water supply all the year round. That means they don't have to depend on the stored water. They can all anytime they can use the tube wells, and anytime, every time they get abundant amount of water. So here there is a there you might have understood the difference between the ordinary farm and the model agricultural farm. On the ordinary farm, the rate of working is slow because of lack of machines, and on the model agricultural farm, the rate of work is fast because each and every work is done by using modern machinery. For example, plowing is done by tractors. For sowing the seeds, sowing machine is used. For harvesting the crop, that means when the crop is ready, when it is the need of cutting the crops, to harvest the crops, a combine is used. And then after cutting the crop to get the actual grain, threshing is very much important, and for that thresher is used for the purpose. Okay, now page number 16. Sarosh, another student asked, do you grow only wheat? Sarosh asked a question that only wheat is grown on the model agricultural farm. So Mr. Hassan replied that they grow wheat, maize, cotton, sugarcane and gram on the model agricultural farm. Okay, so Mr. Hassan explained they don't only grow wheat, they also grow maize, they also grow cotton, sugarcane is also grown on the model agricultural farm, and gram is also grown there. Moreover, he told that they grow vegetables and they also have a large orchard. Mr. Hassan explained to students that they also have a vegetable farm on the model agricultural farm and they also have a large orchard. Now, what is the meaning of orchard? The meaning of orchard is a fruit garden. Orchard has fruits, trees which where only fruits are grown. Okay, no other thing is grown in an orchard, only fruits are grown here. And after visiting the model agricultural farm, the students were taken to the vegetable farm and they were surprised to see vegetables there. And there were even vegetables which were out of season. When the students saw the model agricultural farm, then they were taken to the vegetable farm. Here in your chapter it is written, the party was then taken to the vegetable farm. The party means the people, the visitors who had come, the students who had come, they were taken to the vegetable farm and the visitors were surprised to see growing there such vegetables as were out of season. Means they saw vegetables which had no season. As you all know that certain vegetables are found only in certain seasons, but here on the model agricultural farm, out of season vegetables were also grown. Mr. Hassan explained to students that this means out of the season vegetables to grow out of season vegetables is possible by was only possible by using chemical fertilizers and plentiful, that means abundant, a lot of continuous water supply, and with the help of machines they were able to grow finer and better vegetables. That means like farming, here vegetables were also grown by using modern machineries, so that the work, as you know, done by the machines is very much fast and very much accurate. So the crop is also the best and the finer quality crops, and also in large quantities, and moreover in all seasons. So the vegetable farms grow out of season vegetables on the model agricultural farm by the help of continuous water supply, by the help of machines, by the help of chemical fertilizers, and they get large quantities in all the seasons. Means all the year round they get large quantities of fresh vegetables. And after explaining the whole process, Mr. Hassan also offered the boys some fresh tomatoes and cucumbers after washing them in running water. As Mr. Hassan told that there was no lack of water there, they had abundant water. So Mr. Hassan offered some fresh tomatoes and fresh cucumbers to the students. And the boys enjoyed the vegetables because they were very fresh and tasty. As you all know, the fresh vegetables have a great taste. So the boys even enjoyed the fresh vegetables. And by now, dear students, it was afternoon. Means, as you all go to educational trips, what happens? You wander here and there, you look at the things, everything is explained to you in detail. And after moving such a huge area, it was afternoon and the boys had visited just the half of the model agricultural farm. That means the model agricultural farm was so huge that by afternoon they had visited only the half area of the model agricultural farm. And it was lunch time and the students were hungry. Then they were served food prepared from the farm's own products. Means food was prepared by the farm's own grown vegetables and the food was served to the boys. And after lunch, the students were taken to the orchard where they saw fruits hanging from branches in large numbers. And everything was getting more and more exciting for the students because everything they were seeing for the first time and everything was giving them much excitement because everything was so out of their imagination. So when they visited the orchard, that means the fruit garden, students saw trees full with fruits. Fruits were hanging from the branches in large numbers. And the students saw that the tree trunks were all whitewashed with lime and the ground below was very neat and clean. They saw that the trunks of the trees had been whitewashed and lime and the ground below was neat and clean. They did not see any weeds or wild grasses around. When they saw the orchard, it was the ground below the trees was very neat and clean. That means no harmful weeds or unnecessary grass or unnecessary uh, wild weeds were grown there. It was very much well maintained with the tree trunks. They were whitewashed by limestone. Now you all know the meaning of whitewash. Okay, now here Mr. Hassan explained to students that it was a very important step to clean the ground from the harmful weeds and unnecessary wild grass around the trees because sometimes these grass and these wild herbs and these wild weeds have pests in them. They have insects in them which can destroy the trees and eventually the fruits will get destroyed. So to save the trees and fruits from getting destroyed by pests and diseases, it was very necessary to whitewash the tree trunks with lime and to clean all the wild weeds and the wild grass. After visiting the fruit orchard, Mr. Hassan told the students, he gave them a good news that the model farm was running so well that the people on the model agricultural farm, they decided to start a dairy farm to it. Dairy farm is from where you get milk and milk products. Okay, so they were going to they were going to start a dairy farm over there, and he also informed the students that they had planned to keep finest cows and buffaloes, and he surprised the boys by telling them that they will use electric milkers there. Now, what was another surprise for the students? That they came to know that the finest cows and buffaloes would be kept in the dairy farm, and they were surprised by listening that to even milk the animals, to take out milk from the animals, electric milkers will be used. And modern machineries will be used to preserve milk and make cream and butter. And he also informed the students that to preserve the milk, they will use modern machineries and even to make cream and butter that are the byproducts of ever growing population of our country. Okay, dear students. So you might have understood what is the difference between model agricultural farm and an ordinary farm and how modern machineries machineries help to get bigger and bigger and greater crops. Okay, the last paragraph I'll explain again. After visiting the fruit orchard, the students were then taken to the that was the end of their round, and then Mr. Hassan also informed the students that they were going to start a dairy farm over there on the model agricultural farm, and they had planned to keep finest cows and buffaloes, and he surprised the boys by telling them that they will use electric milkers to take the milk from cows and buffaloes. The boys were again surprised to listen about the machine which will be used to take out milk from the cows and the buffaloes. And he also informed the students that modern machines will be used to preserve milk and make cream and butter. And what is cream and butter? Cream and butter are the byproducts of milk. We get cream, cheese, milk, butter, margarine from milk. And to preserve this and make cream and butter, also modern machineries will be used. And Mr. Hassan also promised the students that he will invite them when the dairy farm starts its work. And on that, Mr. Ahmed thanked Mr. Hassan, who was the class teacher. He thanked Mr. Hassan, the manager of the model agricultural farm, and the students were very much happy and excited, and they cheered loudly when they were coming back from the model agricultural farm, like you people do after your educational trip. This visit was just like an educational trip we all have every year in our school. students visited a place which was very much important, which was very much essential, and they learned a lot about model farm and an ordinary farm. They learned a lot about some new machines, and on that Bilal said that such farms must be, we need to establish many such farms throughout the country. And on that Mr. Ahmed also agreed with him and said, I think you are right. In this way we would be able to meet the needs of ever growing population of our country. That means by the use of modern machineries and many model agricultural farms throughout our country, we can meet the needs of our ever growing population of our country. So dear students, this was the explanation of the chapter, and now I'm going to share some slides. So the first screen, see, it is written combine. So have a look and just imagine how huge a machine is this, and this is the grown crop. This is the grown crop, and these are the blades attached to the combine which cut the crop in one sweep. Means in one attempt, this machine cuts this much amount of crop and then it ties it into bundles. You can see here, this is the cut area. This is the cut area. Okay, now the next machine you are seeing on the screen is a thresher. Now you can see these are the sheaves kept here. These are the huge bundles kept here, and this is a thresher. This is a thresher, and you can see the shaft flying away from the one end, and from one end the sheaves are put for the purpose of threshing. Now you can see a tractor plowing a field. You can see in in a very small amount of time a tractor can plow a whole field, but on an ordinary farm the farmer takes 2 to 3 weeks to plow a land because he uses manpower and he uses animals cannot give the output like a machine. So this is the difference between a man plowing a field and a tractor plowing a field. See, you can see the area that is plowed by a man, it takes much time, whereas the tractor plows in a very short period of time. It plows a large area of land. Now the next slide is an orchard. See, you can see trees with fruits hanging from the branches, and you can see that below the tree there are no harmful weeds or wild grass grown there. Only clean, neat, and tidy. Now, dear students, after this, I am going to share some slides on your screen, and you have to take screenshots of these slides as quick as possible. Now, the next slide I am going to share word meanings. As soon as all the words appear on the screen, please take a screenshot. First is harvesting season, means crop cutting season. In this harvesting season, we cut the crop. Next word is sheaves. Sheaves means bundles. Third word is chaff. Chaff is the covering of grains. Each grain is covered with a chaff, and then these chaff are removed by passing the grains through the threshing machine, thresher. Next word is plowing. Plowing means to prepare land for planting. Quintal. Quintal is a weighing unit, that is 1 quintal is equal to 100 kilograms. Orchard. Orchard is a fruit garden. Whitewashed. Whitewashed means painted with limestone. Combine. Combine is a machine used to cut crops. And thresher. Thresher is a machine used to separate chaff from the grain. Tractor is a machine used to plow land. Take a screenshot. Now the next is the question answers which are present in your textbook on page number 17. Just take a quick screenshot so I can move towards the next slide. Take a screenshot of these 3 questions. These are some extra questions apart from your textual question answers. What is the difference between old and modern methods of farming? You have to explain it. What did Mr. Hassan tell the visitors about the dairy farm? You must explain whatever Mr. Hassan explained about the dairy farm. And you have to write a short note on model agricultural farm. Okay. Next slide, textual exercises B and C, which is on your textbook page number 17. I hope you have taken a screenshot. Let's move forward. Now, Your home task is you have to copy down, you have to complete all the word meanings which I have shared. You have to complete all the question answers, the textual exercises, and your MCQs. You have to complete it in your fair copy. Now the next slide I'm going to share is of your MCQs. Quickly take a screenshot. Mr. Hassan was the manager of the bank, model agricultural farm, dairy farm, or school. The boys had no idea that an agricultural farm could be so dash and dash, large and interesting, small and boring, large and boring, huge and large. Next, dash cuts the crops and ties it into sheaves, thresher, tractor, combine, or milker. They also have a large dash where they grow mangoes and oranges. What is that? Farmhouse or farm or orchard or a garden? The last MCQ is the sewing machine dash the seeds well. Reaps, cuts, harvests and sows. So this was all about the lecture today, today's teaching. Take care, complete your work. Allah Hafiz.